All right, everybody, welcome back to First Look Outreach's Talk That Talk podcast. I'm your host, Rhoda Ajayi, and today I'm here with a very special guest. This is Kondeh. It's very nice to meet you. You want to get the ball rolling and give us a couple of things about yourself as an icebreaker?
Thank you for having me at the Amiga on that. Appreciate being here. My name is Kondeh Mansaray. I'm the founder and sporting director of BTB Soccer Club. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to be a part of the podcast. So thank you.
Thank you. And that sounds really exciting. So, just to get the ball rolling and started, so you said you're the director and founder of BTB Soccer Club. How did that come about? When did BTB first become a concept? How did this club, become a thing?
Um, I think it just came trying to build something to help the community. We started with just a few kids just to bring them out, train them, just bring them together, have some snacks, teach them soccer skills. About in 2013,
Mhm.
so slowly we became a soccer program, and 5 years ago we became a full-fledged club where the kids come, we train them, they play in the league, we travel, and we try to expose them to as many opportunities as possible. But yeah, I think it just started just to try to build something for the community on the north side and surrounding areas. So it's been good.
That's awesome. And when it comes to being a director, what goes into the day to day when it comes to those things? Being the founder and the director of a long-standing club, and now a proper training prestige academy. What does your day to day on the ground look like in terms of that?
Oh, very good question. I don't really get asked that too many times because most of the time I'm on the field. But yeah, day to day is like literally wake up in the morning by 7 a.m. Like I have three kids. So my wife and myself, we have to get the kids ready. I drive the kids to school. Then from school now, I'll drive to the office by 9:30. So from 9:30 usually to 2:30, I'm there just whatever the club needs, right? That can be building programs, communicating with MSI, ASA, Canada Soccer, communicating with the parents, the coaches, and from there go pick up my kids by 3 p.m. from 3:25 from school, bring them home, then start getting ready for soccer, right? So it's a long day every day. Just trying to like do the office things that I need to do to make sure the club is running smoothly, but also in the evening making sure like I'm able to participate and still coach because I feel like my value is more as a coach than in the office, but at the end of the day, things have to get done in the office, right?
Yeah, for sure. So it sounds like you're still the typical super dad who, has to block off time for his kids and his loved ones and has a busy schedule but seems to make it all work. And it seems that people can learn a lot. How do you actually manage to juggle all of that? Because it sounds like a big responsibility. Three beautiful kids, it sounds like a lot of work. How do you and your beautiful wife manage that while still, managing to give your all to this beautiful program that you've built?
It's difficult, but my wife is amazing. She does a lot of heavy lifting. I give her a lot of credit for the way my kids are. So we work together. We have a schedule. Um, yeah, we work together. It's a good partnership. She understands. Sometimes I get super busy at the office. I can't come home, and she's able to go pick up the kids, or she's able to adjust to basically whatever we need. But yeah, we work together. We communicate. We try to be there for the kids. We try to be there for each other. I think that's why it's been working so well so far.
That's awesome. It's good
Yeah,
to have that setup that works well,
yeah,
for the family and in everybody's best interest.
yeah.
And what would you say is the most fulfilling part of your job? You get to be there on the field with for other people's kids and also your own. How does that really fill your heart or help you, achieve your life's purpose?
Yeah, honestly, the most fulfilling part is just going on the field, seeing the kids learning, improving, smiling, having fun, and also like thriving. Right, we have a lot of kids from B2B that we saw from the beginning grow up. Now they're men, like they're women, they're in university. They're starting to go into careers. We have players that are playing professional soccer that play with us for a long time. That I coach for a while. We have players playing in universities. So yes, there's a lot of like achievement from the players in the club. And
Yes.
honestly, if you look at our like social media, that's what we celebrate every single day, the success of the players. And I think that's the most fulfilling for me.
And do you still enjoy coaching? Or do you more enjoy the administration side? Do you prefer to be on the field, or do you prefer to be behind the desk and, ordering everybody on what they need to do?
Honestly, like I'm a coach. I'm a coach through and through. I love being on the field. I love coaching the players. I love seeing the players improve. I'm a very demanding coach. I like to set standards.
Yeah.
No matter if I'm coaching U6, I'm coaching League One, it's the same standards, right? So yeah, so I think the most thing I enjoy is coaching. The admin stuff, like I said, like it's something that has to get done to keep the club rolling. On a day-to-day basis to make sure the club is healthy, to make sure we provide the best service for the players, for the families, right? But my where I find my enjoyment is coaching.
That's perfect. And when it comes to BTB, you guys, you coach all spectrum of athletes, all ages, both boys and girls.
Yeah.
Interesting question. Do you have a preferred age group, or, a specific, tier that you like working with the most? Do you have favorites? Not to hurt anybody's feelings, but
Honestly, I don't have favorites. I love every single player I coach and every stage. But if I want to pick like the most impactful stage, it'll probably be the grassroots. Right now, I coach the U6, like mainly on Tuesdays and Saturday mornings.
Oh, so babies, they're still small.
Babies, they're like 3, 4, 5 years olds. That's the most fulfilled for me because like we started in October and now this is January. All of them can control the ball, they can move with the ball, they can change direction, they can go 1v1, they can they're starting to learn to pass now, like using their teammates.
It's good. They're developing their tactile skills and
Yeah,
everything.
so they're developing the foundation of the game,
Yes.
right? So once you have the foundation, you go as you get older, you just add more aspects, different aspects to the game, right?
Yeah, it gets more complex as they
Yeah.
get older. As they get older and their brain development also catches up with
Exactly.
it, it becomes more sharp. And I
Yeah.
think with kids, it's also very interesting, you guys. With kids, it's very interesting because they're young, they're almost like blank slates.
Yeah.
So it's quite easier to teach them. And it's really interesting and almost fulfilling to watch these small humans figure things out in real time, watch them be proud of themselves, watch their confidence build. It is quite literally a feeling like no other, which I think is what Kondeh is describing.
Yeah.
So Kondeh, I noticed that you also have some philanthropic, ventures outside of coaching. Those are really interesting to me. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit more about what you do outside your time as a coach and a father?
We like my wife and myself. We had this a program called Right to Succeed. She did summer camps for like young girls in the community. Where they would come, we'll do different activities, we'll do sports. She did do it last summer just because she was pregnant,
Oh, okay.
so it was a little bit tough the pregnancy. But yeah, we have Right to Succeed. Something that we try to build for the community. A lot of the kids in B2B when we started, we had B2B and we also had Right to Succeed. We're like we do summer camps. We'll bring people to do cooking to teach the kids how to cook food for
That's
themselves.
fantastic.
We have different guest speakers that will come in. So we try to do a lot of things with Right to Succeed, just to help the community as much as we can. And hopefully my wife, once she's active again, she's able to be more into that again, right? It's just right now with me and BTB, it's very hectic at BTB right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so it's a little bit tough to like try to do other things outside right now.
Yeah.
But hopefully once she's ready to start up again, she can continue with that.
And that's honestly amazing. She sounds like she also has quite a big hand in this. I'm sure some of the girls that she's worked with in the past heavily appreciate her presence. When it comes to women and girls, I feel like, especially when it comes to sports, we don't always get the opportunities, the mentorship, and the same level of care that boys always get. So your wife is honestly doing the Lord's work, helping with these girls, and it'd be amazing to watch her get back into it. And I'm sure she has your full support on that. And when it comes to everything that you've done with BTB Club, what was your vision for the club and everything when you first started?
I think the vision when we first started, it was just to provide a community where like kids can come and have fun, kids can come and exercise, and just like health through sports, health through soccer, right? We come out there, we train them, they run around, they get physically active. So that was the initial idea behind BTB. But now as we continue to grow, and we see the success of the players, and the players are the ones that make BTB. It's not me, it's not the coaches, like the players are the main people that make BTB. As we see the success, we just want to continue to develop the program as best we can for everyone. Right? I think right now we're like a program that is geared towards maybe high level athletes. We want to get to a program that caters to everyone, right? And that's the long term vision that hopefully we can get to as soon as we can. It's just right now the resources that we have when it comes to the spacing, the facility, and the indoor seasons, it's very difficult.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
when you're planning a program, you plan a program for when you plan a program for the year. Your main thinking is the indoor. That's the
Yes.
longest season, right? So if you don't have the facilities to train, you don't have the facilities to do games and to do different things. It's a little bit tough to grow, right? Yeah. So hopefully long term is
Especially in a winter province like Alberta, where we're
yeah,
covered in snow literally 7 out of 12
yeah,
months of the year. Getting kids to still be engaged with soccer, through those months where you cannot really be outside and it's cold.
yeah,
Like you mentioned, it can be honestly quite difficult. And I
yeah.
think that BTB is doing an amazing job of being the bridge that allows kids to continue to play this sport
Yeah.
all year around. And another thing I also wanted to ask you is that when it comes to the program, you've been running this for 13 years, you've watched it grow to the point where you are now an actual league, you guys travel
Yeah.
and you guys give, proper, elite training to athletes. How do you think the success of the program has changed you and the program as a whole?
Um, I don't think the success of the program has changed me. I think I've become a better leader in a sense, just because as you start small and you get bigger, bigger, bigger. There's more people, there's more parents, there's more players, there's more coaches, there's more staff that you have to manage. So I think you just have to be more maybe have the ability to try to work and understand people as best as you can, while also holding a high standard, right? We
Yes.
can never forget like what we are and who we are and where we want to go, right? So I think when you're working with a large amount of people, you're just understanding each other and also everyone understand the standard of what we want to accomplish as BTB. Yeah, so I don't think it really changed me. I think I just have a better perspective of how to work with people and also how to keep the standard high always.
That's good. So you
Yeah,
feel like it has kind of helped you expand some of those, social skills, muscles, leadership, entrepreneurship
yeah,
skills. So it's kind of like learning on the job
yeah,
for you. And when it comes to the success of BTB, people will look at it from the outside and they'll see everything that you've built and wonder, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This looks like it's great. I would love to be in this position. But people sometimes don't always see the hard parts, where you may have, stumbled, failed, had to go back to the drawing board.
yeah.
What were some of the challenges that you encountered in the beginning and still encounter now when it comes to keeping BTB going as a league?
Honestly, there's been a lot of struggles from the onset. Honestly, the first struggle is like not able to get our sanctioning. So for me, like I'm a type of person I like to do everything by the books,
Yes.
right? So we started a program, kids started coming. I started hearing, oh, you need sanctioning. Okay, let's go through the proper channels to try to get sanctioning. At that time, EMSA, ESA, the district, they declined us many, many times. Like the people in those offices, they knew my name, right? So as soon as I walked in, probably like 10 times, they knew me, right? Oh, Kondeh, nothing changed, nothing changed. You go to ASA, same thing, right? I brought a soccer. You go to them, they're like, oh, we can't do anything. You have to go to the district. So getting that sanction was very, very difficult.
They gave you the runaround, sent you
It's,
on a wild
yeah,
goose chase,
yeah. It was
basically.
it was it was very frustrating.
I
But
can
like I kept
imagine.
going, and we found another way. There's a club that used to get me to go do technicals for them, and they were like they were part of EMSA, so I was able to like exchange services. So I'll give them technicals for like for low amount of money, and they were able to sanction BTB.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
awesome.
yeah. So that's how we were able to get our sanction just by another club helping us out. But yeah, there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of times where things are difficult, right? But you just have to keep going and keep believing and have good people around you. I think that's the one thing, people that believe in you.
Yes,
That's all,
definitely.
guys. Don't stop, keep going. And we had a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we were very fortunate where we are now.
It's really good, and it just goes to show that success is never made in isolation, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody in this life can make it alone, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you still are eternally grateful to the club that made it happen
yeah,
for you and helped bring BTB to another level.
yeah.
And when it comes to your own, personal history, when it comes to playing, what was your history? Did you ever think you were going to go pro, or did you ever have sights on, elevating your own career as a player?
Growing up, my only dream was to be a professional player. That was like my only goal growing up. My dad is a professor, so you can imagine, right?
I
he
can't
wanted me, yeah, he
imagine.
wanted me to be a school person, get A and good grades, but I was never too interested in school. I was always like soccer, or basketball. So I was very big into basketball too.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, my goal was to be a professional soccer player. I trained a lot. I was going to academies. I was going to different programs. But that didn't work out for me, right? Because actually I was about to go on a trial. Like a lot of people don't know this story because I don't really talk too much about myself with soccer. But I was about to go on a trial to Germany, right? There was a club here that they were going to send me to Germany for a trial. Then I got in a car accident coming from training.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
118. Every time I passed by there every Tuesday, going to Commonwealth. I got in the accident. It's like 118 and fourth, not fourth row, but like I don't know if it's 66. There's like a place going towards Commonwealth.
Yes, I
So we're
think I
going.
know
There used
that
to be a
road.
bank there.
Mm,
They teared out the bank. So we got into a big car accident there, me and my friends, and I was out for a while.
wow.
Yeah, so that stopped me going to Europe.
And what
Um,
year was that?
this was like 2011.
Okay, so it's been a while,
Yeah, it's
about
been a
15
while.
years
20,
now.
not even 2011. Probably 29, 2009, 2010.
Alright, so we're looking about 16,
Yeah,
17 years
yeah,
now.
2009, 2010. So because I remember after that, I rehabbed for like almost a year. Then I just decided to go to school.
Yeah,
So like, and I didn't even want to be in Edmonton anymore. So we moved to Grand Prairie.
yeah.
So me and my friends, Pius, another guy named Ernest.
Hmm.
So we decided to move to Grand Prairie. So we were there for a bit. I played soccer there for 2 years. Then I came back to Edmonton. Then I played for McEwen Griffins. I played for the soccer team there, but I didn't really play that year because like I had a groin injury that probably
Yeah.
lasted me 2 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's literally how I stopped playing soccer and I started going. That's how I created BTB. Yeah. So once I stopped playing soccer because of the groin injury, started created BTB, and from there on, just too busy with the kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like my whole life, I wanted to be a professional player,
You
but it
know
didn't work
what?
out.
It's still awesome that you still got to play collegiate for what it's
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah.
The McEwen Griffins, McEwen is also a really good university
Yeah.
that has, really awesome sports teams. And because, when it comes to first look outreach, the whole what they aim for here with the program is to help be that bridge
Yeah.
between life after academics and helping student
Yeah.
athletes find their footing while being students still. When it comes to that transition out of collegiate sports and into the world of work, what was that like for you? When did you start to realize that, okay, soccer is now, for me personally as an athlete, soccer is now looking like a thing of the past. So how do I begin to move forward? What was that process like for you?
It was very difficult because all I ever knew was playing soccer. Um, yeah, that's the only thing I knew. So stopping playing was tough, but I think what gave me like the energy and like the belief that I can do something beside playing. Because even when I wanted to play professional soccer, the only reason I wanted to play professional soccer was because I wanted to help people, right? I wanted to go back to Sierra Leone, help people in Sierra Leone, build academies in Sierra. Like it was always my goal to help people, right? So when I couldn't play anymore, so starting B2B, the pure goal was to help kids, right? It was not to make money. It was not to do anything but to help people. So I think I didn't fulfill my dream of playing professional soccer, but I feel like I fulfilled my dream of helping people because that's basically what we do every day.
That's
Yeah.
really awesome. And you mentioned that you were also from Sierra Leone. What was that like, when it came to parental expectations and stuff like that? Because I am also Nigerian, I'm a West African. I
Yeah.
know how it can be. So when it came to, parental expectations and what you really wanted to do, how did you navigate that friction growing up? Because I'm
Oh.
sure a lot of our young viewers and fans, many of them have athletic aspirations,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, those athletic aspirations require so much energy to the point where some parents are wary of their ability to focus or succeed academically.
Yeah.
So, what is some advice that you give to some young players regarding parental expectations and managing that?
I think we all like parents. Like I'm a parent now, so like we always want what's best for our kids, My dad wanted what's best for me, right? I think that's where he put so much pressure about school. And I always try my best become like I want to make sure my dad is proud. And I wanted to get my degree because of my dad. Right? I'm like, oh, like my dad really wanted me to get a degree. He always talked about this. He came to this country, he had nothing, he fought, he went to school, got his master's, got his PhD. Like he worked hard, right? So I'm like, I can't let him down, right? So I knew like I had to get my degree no matter what because this is what my dad wanted, right? And obviously I'm very grateful because what he wanted now is like helping me. Like my degree is basically around sports, and now right now I'm running a sport program, right? So what he like listen to your parents. They want what's best for you. I think that's the best advice I can give. Like my dad pushing me, and now me seeing my kids. Like I want my kids to have the best education, the best of everything, right? So like I think the best advice is listen to your parents, right? They want what's best for you, and they're the only people that truly what's best for you. No one else.
And that's also really amazing. I think, when it comes to parental expectations, sometimes you don't always understand what our parents are talking about until we become parents
Yeah.
ourselves. I am still yet to become a parent, so I'll see, I'll let you know,
Yeah.
I'll let them know how the other side feels once it's my time.
Yeah.
And when it comes to BTB and the club, not only do you have expectations for your kids, obviously other parents feel the same way about their kids.
Yeah.
So how do you also manage parental expectations of the kids that you coach?
Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah, because like I said, every parent wants best for their kids. Um, we just have to have conversations. We try to have meetings. We try to have a club meeting just to talk about how BTB is ran, the expectations of the parents, expectations of the players, expectations of the coaches. And we also try to have individual team meetings where now the team coaches and managers can also set standards and boundaries for the parents. And also parents can always come back to us and have conversations, if need be, if maybe things are not going well, or maybe some suggestions they want to give us. So we try to work with the parents. The parents are the biggest allies for us in BTB. We're never going to close the door on the parents. If they need to talk about the child, we have an open door policy. They come, we sit down, we talk, and we find ways where it's best for the child. Because at the end of the day, we're here to provide services to the players, right? And the parents are a big part of that service, right? So I think, yeah, we try to have conversation with the parents and we move on from there.
Yeah, leaving that open door, letting everybody know and, reminding everybody that we are all working in the best interest for these children. As the parents, as the coach, any other adjacent support, everything is all for the kids. And you also mentioned that you still did end up going to school, at the end of the day while being an athlete and playing collegiate sports. What institution did you go to school at, you said McEwen,
Yeah.
but did you go to any other institutions, and ultimately what degree did you end up coming out of school with?
Yeah, my school journey is long. Yeah, like I was in school for a while just because I was working, I was coaching, and I was going to school. So I was doing three things at once.
Yes.
And I was also playing. So at first, my first 2 years, I went to Grand Prairie Regional College. I think they changed the name now to Northwest Polytechnic. In Grand Prairie. So I went there for 2 years, and I did my initial degree. I went into physical education.
Okay.
Then after that, I transferred to McEwen. For about I was there for 1 year. Still phys ed. Then I transferred to U of A. Right. So when I went to
Okay.
U of A, I did not play soccer. So the first 3 years I played soccer at the collegiate level, but U of A I did not play soccer. That's where my injury was like bad. Um, yeah, so I went through that, and then I changed my degree from phys ed because I really didn't want to be in the classroom or the gym like all day. I'm someone that's active, like to be out there. So I changed it to Bachelor of Arts in Sports and Recreation.
Interesting.
Yeah, so just basically running sport programs, running facilities, becoming like those sport management, like for professional clubs.
Nice.
So that's my degree. So I can literally work at a professional club, managing the club. So I went into that for about 3 years. It actually took me longer. It's supposed to be a 2 year program.
Yeah.
But it took me over 3 years, right? Just because I was taking sometimes 2 classes, 3 classes because I had to work.
So the reduced course load, you had to
Yeah.
augment for that.
Yeah, I had to work. At that time, I was living with my wife. She was there, my girlfriend. So we had to pay bills. We had to and we had a daughter. Her name is Lily. So that
Oh,
same year, I was supposed to graduate. I had a daughter. So I don't even think I think I took like one class that year. Yeah, I had to work. I had a kid. B2B started, so all my time went to B2B coaching, working night shifts. Then from night shift, go home, shower, go to class. Then from class, I had to go pick up kids to go coach. So I probably did that for like 3 years straight,
wow.
right? So it was that. So it was difficult. Yeah, it's difficult, but like I think earning my degree made my dad very proud, made my mom very proud, and made me very proud because throughout everything, I can sit here today and say I have a degree.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And it seems that, the overlap in terms of, education things is quite close. I am also at the University of Alberta.
Okay.
I'm taking a degree, almost done, degree in
Okay. Oh,
kinesiology and
nice.
rehab science.
Yeah.
So that same,
Yeah.
recreation, movement,
Yeah.
sports based, that umbrella. U of A has a really good
Yeah.
program,
Yeah.
for that. How did you enjoy your time taking the classes and the content?
Honestly, I did not enjoy it. No, no. To be honest, I did not enjoy it just because.
I appreciate the honesty and the
Yeah.
transparency.
No, I did not enjoy it just because I had responsibilities, right? I
Yeah.
had to pay bills. I had to pay my car note. I have a kid. Drive them to practice, train 2, 3 teams, then go work a night shift, then do the same thing all over again.
Yeah,
So
I
I did
can
not really enjoy school.
imagine.
I literally went to school. I was like a zombie. I'm there and I'm out
Yeah.
because I have to go do things, right? So I
Yeah.
did not enjoy my university, to be honest, the last 3, 4 years, just because I had responsibility outside of school, right? And my job was just get the degree and get out. Yeah.
Well, at least your story kind of tells people the reality of what it's like to be a student when you don't have the privilege of being just a student,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
As somebody who currently has the privilege of being just a student, I can imagine what it's like to have to support a family, support entrepreneurial goals, and to, even support and raise children and do it right
Yeah.
within all of that. And I think it's also a testament to the fact that nobody's story is linear. Sometimes people take more time than they need to than others. Not everybody has a straight path. And I think your story is a really good testament because a lot of parents worry that if their kid's line isn't straightforward or it takes some time, that they may not come out well on the other side. But I think your story is a testament to the fact that just because it's not linear and it's long doesn't mean that you still won't come out the other side successful. So I think that should be, calming to hear for some people. And in terms of your program and the players that you've coached, how many in your career have come and gone, when it comes to your program? How many players have you seen, come and go? And, so what are some places that some of your players ended up where you were like, wow, this is incredible?
Honestly, like my biggest pride, I think I said this earlier, is the players. They make me so happy, and they've done amazing job. There's players that went to Europe, so we have players. Demercy. Demercy is like my little brother. He used to have a room in my apartment,
Oh,
just to come sleep over whenever he wanted. So he went to Europe in Victoria Ramirez. So right now he's on loan to a second division club. Ryan Alumi is another one that came to my program. I think he was around 11. So I coached him. Very nice kid, very nice family, very humble. Wanted to learn, wanted to get better. Ask questions. Nicest kid picking up cones. Hi coach, how are you? Injured? He's at practice. So like I'm not surprised. Now he's playing for the Vancouver Whitecaps first team, and he made his professional, his senior debut with the national team. We have Kelsey Igu, another great story where he was always on the second 2014. But he never fought us or Kondeh, I should be on the first team. I'm like, no, Kelsey, second team is good for you. You can continue to develop at your own rate. Now he's playing our USL championship in the States.
that's incredible.
Yeah, there's so many other there's so many other examples that we have in beats that have gone to like professional, that have gone to NCAA Division One, youth sports, Canadian collegiate championships. Like, yeah, there's so many players CPL that we had that have done a great job since they left BTB.
That's honestly amazing. I'm sure you're proud of your players, everything that you have built,
Yeah.
and this program. And what is your vision as you continue to go forth? You've already done so much with BTB, but as you continue to build and keep going, what is your vision in the coming years for this wonderful program that you've built?
I think the vision just continue to be one of the leading clubs in the country when it comes to developing players, developing people, developing coaches, developing good leaders. right? Like I don't take like I know this is Black History Month, and obviously I'm black, but I don't take it for granted just because we need more black leaders out there.
Definitely, for
Um,
sure.
I feel like we have so many kids that have like great potential to do great things, and sometimes it's good for them to see someone that's there for them, right? And I think what Eddie's doing, the first look outreach, is amazing, right? Because kids have to know you're more than just an athlete, you're
Yes.
more than just the sports, right? This is just a part of you, right? And I think that's something I had to figure out myself when it comes to when I was playing. I'm still involved in the sports, but in a capacity now where I'm a leader, where my goal now is to help young athletes reach their potential,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think, yeah, our vision is just to continue to grow, just be leaders in the community as best as we can.
All right. All
Yeah.
right, and that's all the time that we have today, everybody. Thank you so much, Kondeh, for your time. It was awesome to meet you, and all the best with your future endeavors in BTB. I'm your host, Rhoda Jai, and this has been Talk That Talk podcast. We'll see you next time, and happy Black History Month, everybody.